Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My lucky day, 2 in a row. Honorable Speaker, for tourism, it is given that we look beyond traditional source markets, being Australia and New Zealand. These two markets alone currently represent 70% of our total arrivals in the country. And this has been the status quo for years. The Speaker, sir, India is one of the fastest growing outbound travel markets in the world. Its outbound tourism is expected to reach $18 billion US in 2024 and keep growing at a compound annual growth rate of 11%, reaching $55 billion in the next decade. By 2027, India is expected to become the 5th largest outbound market, up from 10th in 2019. India has seen a rise in young aspiring Indian travelers with over 80 million passports. This generation is motivated by the need to live in the now. At a summit in Perth last year, the CEO of Indian Hotels Company shared that today they are amongst the highest spenders, US $75 to US $200 per night. That's more than the average US traveler. Underlying this growth is, of course, India's economic expansion, with its contribution to global GDP more than doubling from 3% at the time of independence in 1947 to 7% today. Their literacy rates have surged from 23% to beyond 85% in that time. They are aggressively investing in the sector, with the number of airports set to double from 150 airports to 300 in the next few decades. Mr. Speaker, sir, one of the greatest limitations to tapping into these growing long-haul markets is connectivity. Right now, they remain in our top 10 markets. Earlier this year, Fiji attended the largest travel market in the subcontinent, OTM India, in Mumbai to meet partners. The feedback was that while India is a market of immense potential, the primary barrier remains air access. India is also driving outbound travel in Asia. Indian travelers prefer destinations closer to home, except for the US. 1/3 of Indian travelers travel to Dubai and the Middle East, followed by Indonesia. Thailand and Vietnam, which are on a big rise. They're also competing destinations like Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Mauritius. So being geographically far means we need to ease the travel. Before we can invest in any significant marketing, the issue of air connectivity needs to be resolved. The more flights and layovers, the more expensive and inconvenient a tourist trip becomes. Mr. Speaker, sir, talks are ongoing with Fiji Airways and Indian carriers like Air India about how to streamline the connection and reduce the number of flights and layover times. Mr. Speaker, sir, Fiji Airways is leveraging our code share agreements with India. Initially, direct air services are key, but there are operationally complexities. This particularly extended distance to hubs like Delhi, which exceed the range of our longest current routes, means we have to look at factors like aircraft performance and payload. Despite these factors, the medium to long-term outlook remains favorable. The viability of non-stop services will depend on sustained demand growth, evolving consumer travel patterns, and the strategic deepening of airline and tourism partnerships. While we are having these discussions, there are marketing activities occurring because we recognize their value and potential, not just in tourism terms, but trade and investments. Through Tourism Fiji, we are working with the High Commission to bring a series of Bollywood actors to Fiji later this year. Trade and media families are working working with key travel partners, especially in groups and MICE, meetings, incentives, exhibitions, and conferences, opportunities. Tourism Fiji continues to work with a number of trade partners who do guests to Fiji and give media interviews and PR to lift the profile of Fiji and try and lift numbers. At present, Tourism Fiji maintains a presence in India through a rep agency who continue to meet regularly with the travel industry to promote Fiji as best they can. Although current marketing efforts are focused on Delhi and Mumbai, there's growing interest in targeting Tier 2 cities as well. Mr. Speaker, I think we can all agree that India is a market we really need to capitalize on. Whether we promote ourselves as a film destination, an investment destination, or even as a bilateral partners, it is my hope that we, the ambassadors of Fiji, in our own capacities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.